You'll see why Jason's humor is running wild tonight. And I have in my hot little hands here, a lot of people have been asking this as well.
That's like a proctologist trying to do a heart transplant through the tailpipe.
But old Max wasn't gonna have somebody picking on Hank. Yeah, honey, I'm the bogey biker. And you know I'm here to stay. Well, howdy folks, welcome back. It's an exciting day and a sad day around here. Exciting thing is I got a bunch of new Thrashin parts. I got floorboards, passenger floorboards, adjustable brake lever, brake pedal, shifter peg. Anyway, we're gonna put those parts on today. We had to put down our 15-year-old dog, Max. We think he's about 15. My wife rescued him years ago, so we weren't exactly sure how old he was, but you know, there wasn't a mean bone in that dog's body. He was the kindest soul, and he's had a good life since my wife rescued him. I remember when we first moved here, you know, we have a fence around the property, but it's barbed wire fence and there's places that the dogs can get out, so they're not trapped inside this fence. But so soon after we moved here, Hank and Max went off behind me in the pasture, and I came home and I couldn't find them, and I looked behind me in this pasture behind me, and there's 2 horses and a donkey circling, and Hank is running towards me. So I jump in my Ranger and I'm riding up, and Hank is scared to death. He jumps in, and I look over, and there's this gray thing laying on the ground, and the 2 horses and the donkey are circling it, and it's Max, and I thought he was dead. I drove up there and they scattered, and Max is just laying there on his side, and he's just breathing, but he's not moving. So I thought maybe they paralyzed and broke his back or something, but I picked him up and set him in that Ranger, and as soon as I did that, he woke up. And anyway, he learned his lesson then, and he never went anywhere after that. But he's in a better place today, so anyway. Yeah, so a couple of housekeeping items. Some of you have asked for a parts list on what Jason is doing to his 2025 Harley-Davidson Lowrider S that we're turning into a carbon fiber ST, basically. What we're kind of calling it. So I'm going to put the parts list here, and you can pause the video, take a picture of it, do whatever you want to do. But this is the parts list that Jason got from, I believe, Horny Toad Harley-Davidson. It may say on here. I'm not looking at the parts list, but I'm putting it up here. So yeah, I know a lot of you are excited to see how this build turns out, and I'm one of them. So, and number 2, I am wearing the official Twisted in Texas 2 shirt here. This is a dry fit shirt. I love these dry fit shirts, long sleeve dry fit shirt with a Twisted in Texas 2, a little BB logo and Texas, and yeah, those are available on bogeybiker.com on the website. You can also email Lisa at embroiderystorewaco.com. We still got Don't Let the Hard Days Win merch on there. We got I Smell Like a Rich Woman's French Poodle on there. A lot of you were asking for that shirt. I hadn't seen too many sales on that yet, but and the Twisted in Texas 2 merch, we've got this dry fit shirt, and we're going to have, I've gone back and forth about this, but I think we're going to have a gray hoodie to go with this. And of course, we got Bogey Biker hats. We got the black and white and the all black. I'm not sure about these blue ones, but we may do something like that. Also, we've got Don't Let the Hard Days Win patches, Don't Let the Hard Days Win stickers. And for, you know, the analytics on my channel says 9% of the people that watch are female, but you know, I get so many messages from couples. So I think that number is skewed a little bit. I think the number is higher. So we've made a Don't Let the Hard Days Win sticker, and I believe it's the same image, so a patch also with a female rider on there for all you ladies out there that would like a sticker or a patch. Those are available on bogeybiker.com. So, but anyway, this is the official Twisted in Texas 2 shirt from my channel, and I have in my hot little hands here, a lot of people have been asking this as well, but a schedule. So I'm gonna publish this, and I can put it on the screen as well. This is what the schedule is as of today, and my apologies, but I need my glasses. So Twisted in Texas 2 is October 24th through the 26th, 2025. And so Friday, October 24th, you need to pay attention. If you're up in the Metroplex, Kelly B Gliding is going to have a spot where you can meet him if you want to ride down with him from the Metroplex. For me, if you want to ride down with me and some of the Rusty Bolts, we are going to meet on Friday, October 24th at Junction 36 in Gatesville at 11 o'clock, and we're going to eat lunch. And after lunch, we're going to ride down, and we have a meet and greet for those folks riding up from the south, from the west, from the east. We're going to have a meet and greet at Javelina Harley-Davidson in Bernie, Texas from 4 to 5 p.m. Again, this is all subject to change, but this is the way it stands now. 4 to 5 p.m. Javelina Harley-Davidson. So Bernie is not all that far from where we're going to end up. So we're going to meet there at Javelina Harley-Davidson, and whoever's with me can meet whoever's with Kelly B, and whoever came by themselves. There's a lot of folks I think coming up from the Valley, from the Houston area, out west, whatever. We'll meet at Javelina Harley-Davidson in Bernie. And then when we get done with that, from there, so me and my group, Rusty Bolts, we're staying in and around Lakey, Texas, which is right kind of in the heart of the Three Twisted Sisters. So those of you that are staying in that area, we'll have a group ride from Javelina Harley-Davidson down to Lakey after the meet and greet at Javelina Harley-Davidson. Those that are staying in Kerrville, Kelly B is staying in Kerrville. A lot of folks are staying in Kerrville also. So Kelly B will lead in a group ride from Javelina Harley-Davidson to Kerrville. And it'll just be dinner on your own that Friday night. There's many places in Kerrville, and there's a few places in Lakey. So we may get some more details on that, but that's the schedule for Friday. Saturday, kind of the main day of the event. Saturday morning is ride your own ride on the Three Twisted Sisters. So I'm going to provide ride maps for the Three Twisted Sisters and for some other destinations, but Saturday morning, you can ride one of the sisters, two of the sisters, all three of the sisters, but you ride your own ride Saturday morning, and then we're going to meet at the Bent Rim Grill at 11 o'clock on Saturday the 25th, and we're going to have some giveaways with some of the vendors that we interact with that you see on our channel. We will have some merch for sale there as well. And then Saturday afternoon is ride your own ride Saturday afternoon to any of the destinations provided in the ride maps or wherever you want to go. Again, there's a great road, a great way to get over to Bandera, the cowboy capital of the world. Lukenbach is one of the most famous towns in Texas. And Albert Hall is a place you've seen on my channel a couple of times that we've gone that is just a neat little bar with maybe the biggest oak tree I've ever seen in my life. And there may be more. We've still got a little time to put together a few more details, but that's as it stands now. And then at 7 p.m. at the River Bluff Cabins, which is where we're staying, not far from anything else around Lakey. Lakey is not a big town, so if you're staying in and around Lakey, this will be easy. If you're staying in Kerrville, again, it's you're just gonna have to ride to Kerrville afterwards. But J. Jeffrey Music is performing live at 7 p.m. at the River Bluff Cabins in Lakey, and it's gonna be a party. It's gonna be a fun time, and hope all of you can make it there. We're gonna have more Twisted in Texas merch for sale, Bogey Biker merch for sale, Rusty Bolts merch for sale, J. Jeffrey Music merch for sale, Kelly B. Gliding merch for sale. So hopefully you can make that. Kelly B will also be hosting a dinner Saturday night in Kerrville. So again, you may not, if you don't want to ride in the dark, you probably don't want to come to the concert if you're staying in Kerrville. So Kelly B will be hosting a dinner. More details to come on that. So if you're not subscribed to Kelly B Gliding, go subscribe to Kelly B. But it'll be a fun night, whether you're at the concert or whether you're in Kerrville having dinner and doing who knows what. And then Sunday, we're gonna have brunch at the Bent Rim, 10 a.m. You know, that's just food, fellowship, and a farewell to all on Sunday the 26th. And then we'll go our separate ways, and we just hope that everybody rides safe. You know, last year we tried to lead the whole group through the Twisted Sisters, and that was great, but the group is getting too big to do that. So this is more like Sturgis, where if you've got a group you like to ride with, or you meet some folks and want to go ride your ride. And the roads around there are great. Anyway, a lot of you have been down there. If you haven't, I can't wait for you to see it. It's going to be a fun time. So yeah, let's open some boxes, see what we got. All right, I got it all laid out here. Here's the adjustable brake arm, brake pad, Apex floorboards with the extension. And the extension comes with its own brackets, so I don't believe I need those, but I put the brackets on here, and this is where you tend to scrape the boards. Not that I have yet, but that's some sort of, I don't know, poly material. Passenger floorboards, put that bracket on, and these are the mounts for the passenger floorboards. You know, go like that, like that. Shifter peg. Been getting a lot of love today about Max. You know, pit bulls have a bad reputation, and it's unfair because they're not all like that. And he certainly wasn't. He was as gentle as they come. Of course, the first time I saw him, I was scared too, but there was absolutely no reason to be. The only time he ever got aggressive with anything is when another dog started attacking Hank. And Hank, he hears me saying his name. Hank is the least aggressive. Hank just backs down from any confrontation, non-confrontational. But old Max wasn't gonna have somebody picking on Hank. So yeah, it's just our day. Mrs. Bogey's doing good. I think she did better than I did. I thought he might pass away last night, but we had to take him to the vet this morning. So anyway, enough about that. But thanks for all the love for old Max. He was a good dog. He is a good dog. First thing we're going to do is take off this floorboard and assemble it over there on the table.
That long one's in the front. Where that brake lever hooks into the master cylinder, there's going to be a pin. Yeah, see that pin? Yeah. And they're probably one of them little stupid round rings on the back side. No, it's a folded over cotter key.
Okay.
It's a folded over cotter key. So you're gonna have to take these 3 bolts. That should drop the whole brake assembly down just a little. Right here, and here, and here. And then the master cylinder, brake arm, and lever will all come down together, and then maybe you can get that pin out right there. Because if not, you're talking about pulling exhaust, you're talking about pulling shields, you're talking about a pain in the tail. So I would just, these 3, drop it down, pull the pin. There you go. There we go. Okay. You gotta push that brake pedal forward to get it past the exhaust. Now then I can probably see it. Now I can reach it.
Okay.
Yeah, one side done.
We had to take this off to get to that pin in the back with that cotter pin.
Yeah, just loose. Because you have this brake line right here that you can't kink.
Yeah.
But if you break them bolts loose, it gives you just enough room to get to that cotter pin. It goes in that master cylinder hole right there. You see the little taper in there?
Yeah.
The bushing goes flush where the taper stops so the O-ring can fit into that taper.
So you reused the bushing from the stock brake arm, and we used a number 16 deep socket. The video said 5/8, but that was a little bit small. You just tap them out of there. I took the passenger pegs off and put on the floorboard mounts.
You're gonna have to be careful so we don't lose that damn ball. Let me do it like this so I can see where it goes in that. And that's flush. Now then we rotate it over and tighten those right there. Okay. Pretty slick, buddy.
Mrs. Bogey ought to like them. Made in the USA.
Her feet ain't much longer than those feet.
Yeah, I know. They shorted me a spacer for my brake pedal, so we used, I just emailed them. Hopefully they're gonna overnight it to me, but we used a socket right there just to get us by.
Adapt and overcome.
Adapt and overcome.
Sometimes you gotta overcome bad officiating.
Yeah.
You know what our old football coach used to say?
Yeah. All right, we got floorboard on with the extensions. Brake pedal using a socket as a spacer until I get the right one. And the passenger floorboards. Now we just got to do this floorboard. We're going to leave the bracket on and just take the board off. Be done. So the hardest part was that cotter pin on the adjustable brake lever that's in from the back, I think, don't you?
Yeah, that's terrible. I mean, that's like a proctologist trying to do a heart transplant through the tailpipe. you got to be pretty creative to get that cotter key out of that pin.
I have another t-shirt in the works. Oh, Jasonism. There it should be. All right, let's get it off the lift. I'm gonna sit on it and see what we got. I hate that I can't do anything. I can't do jack squat without these glasses.
I can't either.
Ugh.
It's almost to the point you can't even take the piss unless you got it.
Yeah. You'll see why Jason's humor is running wild tonight.
Yeah, little gobble gobble.
Yeah.
All right, now I get you past this hump. You gonna be able to touch?
Yep.
Go. You're on your own, man. Buddy. Yeah, there.
I did roll my bars forward.
You did roll them forward?
Forward a little bit since the last video.
Yeah.
Man, I like that a lot.
Yeah, them look good, boy. I hate to put them white legs next to that chrome. It
Yeah.
kind of blinds that chrome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's pretty slick right there. Mama's gonna like that.
How they look like that.
Oh yeah, them look good.
His famous last words, but I think I'm done with Roja for a little while. Anyway, but don't forget, this is the official Twisted in Texas 2 shirt. Head over to bogeybiker.com. Also, Rich Woman's French Poodle. I promise you, you're going to be seeing Jason wearing that one down at Twisted in Texas. So, bogeybiker.com, and check out the other things that I talked about earlier. And thank you all again for the kind words about Max. If you're so inclined, say a little prayer for Mrs. Bogey. It's been a rough day on all of us, but especially rough on her. Max is a good one.
He was.
He was a good
He's a good old puppy.
Good old puppy. So, all right. Peace out. Don't let the hard days win. We didn't let them win today. See you next time.